everyone, welcome to Secondhand Blasters. This is Normatico here, and today I am actually going to be doing a review and redemption, if you will. Now, one of those things that when the Ultra line was launched, a lot of people were really disappointed because Hasbro admittedly overpromised and underdelivered as to what they were selling us. They promised that they would be the farthest flying Nerf darts ever, going up to 120 feet. They said that they were the most accurate. Actually, they said pinpoint accuracy originally. And they put a price point that was pretty high and something that we were expecting out of a pro-level blaster. Now, we have now known that everything that they said was kind of a lie. Or was it? Now, there have been modifications that have been done to the Ultra 2, the Ultra 3, and even the Ultra Pharaoh that make them pretty impressive. You know, you can do the mini dart conversion and for the Ultra Pharaoh, and that becomes a pretty cool little sniper rifle. I'm actually going to focus today on the Ultra Strike and all of the other motorized blasters. Now, you've heard me in the channel before say about the 3.7 volt batteries. I do recommend using those because that helps you fulfill the promise of the Ultra line, or at least part of it. We are actually going to do a chrono test with the Ultra Strike, or as I've called it, the Red Menace. I actually went ahead and took care of that nasty, only one side looks pretty scheme by painting it, the entire thing red, a nice cherry red that matches their little Ultra badge here. So now we have matching Ultra badges on either side. And then, of course, I took care of the barrel. One of those things I do recommend for people not to actually paint a blaster with this gunmetal gray color because, of course, you don't want to run into situations where people are going to think that it is a real weapon. Given as I do not know a single weapon that is cherry red like this, I think I'm safe. Also, I usually don't take this one outside of a private event. Now, regarding the blaster itself, let's go ahead and talk about this. You do have 3 sets of tactical rails. You have one here, one down here as well. So you could put optics, camera, or flashlight down here. It does take any of the modulus attachments or any of the other Nerf attachments. Because of the way that these rails are set up, if you have a Picatinny attachment that is adjustable and that can be tightened, you should be able to fit it on here. I know that I fit in some of those really bad knockoff scopes that come with Chinese manufactured products. Let me rephrase that. Not Chinese manufactured, Chinese produced, because they are designed by Chinese companies, products, and they fit on here without a problem. Aesthetically, they look really cool. Do they work very well? Nah, not unless you're doing something like that is LARP Miltech. So, whatever. It does come with its own little plastic pop-up sight, you know, which I'll be honest with you, you can use this to aim, but it's not the greatest thing. I think it looks fine just like that. The stock itself, it is not adjustable. That is my one point of contention with this. I do not like the fact that the stock does not extend outwards. It did come with with one 10-round magazine and a stock that can hold another magazine here. I choose to actually not carry that magazine whenever I am wielding this one, only because of the fact that it just feels uncomfortable down here on my arms. I'm a big guy. I would rather actually wear a bandolier and have that actual magazine clipped to the bandolier. I have the magazine of an Ultra Amp on here only because of the fact that I'm just doing a testing on this. We're going to be doing an accuracy test. We're going to do some chrono tests, and I'm going to be doing a distance test with this blaster using 3.7 volt batteries itself. Now, it does have the extended barrel. One of the things I will tell anybody if they actually buy this new, before you put it together, take it apart. That little sensor, or I should say the lock that they have for the barrel, you can actually just flip that around. That way you don't have to attach the barrel and you get better distance with this thing. Definitely higher power because unfortunately this is a very hollowed out muzzle. You are going to lose muzzle velocity because of that. It does not add the function that some of the other ones do, such as the brass barrel of a Nexus Pro, or when you actually put a Scar barrel on it. It does not do anything for that. Now, I'm actually going to do a quick little accuracy test now. I'm going to see if I can hit the post down here. I have the Screamer darts and I have the accuracy darts. I'm going to do one of each, see if I can hit from 60 feet away the target that I'm aiming at. I'll be honest with you, I know I can get the FPS, I know I can get the distance, The accuracy is what's still lacking with some of those darts, but are they the most accurate darts ever? Maybe better than elite darts. We'll see. All right, so you don't think that there's any shenanigans going on? I'm going to go ahead and actually zoom in a little bit on the target here. Let me adjust my camera and zoom in. And a little bit more. And zoom. All right, so I am aiming for that post that is in the middle. All right, so with the pinpoint accuracy claim, as you can see, that was kind of a bust. I launched one of the Screamer rounds, which veered about 3 feet to the right, and the Accu round went about 2 feet to the left of my actual target. Now, that could be because of the fact that when I put the flywheels back in here after doing the paint job, I didn't do it correctly. However, I'm pretty sure that that's not the case. So I am going to go ahead and say that when it comes to longer distances, the accuracy is still lacking. However, it did fly hard and it did fly straight up until the very end. So that could just be the dart itself. Now, I am not going to forgive that claim because when you say pinpoint accuracy, I expect pinpoint accuracy. However, the variance that we saw there, that puts it above the standard elite darts that I've launched from here before. So I'm going to say that when they changed it to the most accurate Nerf darts ever, that's not an entire lie. That's actually kind of true because they are more accurate than standard elite darts. But then again, so's a 70-year-old person with a really bad case of the tremors in their hands trying to fire a sniper rifle at a mile away. Obviously, they're not going to be that accurate. So I'll give this one, let's say a B-. I am out on the range, and it is a scorcher here in beautiful central Ohio today. I'm going to launch the Ultra Strike. I have a couple of the Accu rounds, and I have a couple of the Screamer rounds. Looks like I have the Screamer and then the Accu round loaded first. So we're going to do arc shots with each and straight shots with each as well, and see if we can truly fulfill the promise of up to 120 feet. I'm going to do a quick little dart recovery on those 4 darts, and we will be right back with those numbers. All right, so as you can see with the numbers that you saw there, we got 72 feet with the Accu Strike dart at a straight shot. We got 90 feet with the Screamer dart straight shot. When it came to the angled shots, we got 110 feet with the Accu Strike darts and 135 feet with the Screamer darts. So because of that, I can honestly say that, yes, this does fulfill the promise of up to 120 feet. In fact, it breaks that promise by going over it. So all you needed was a little bit stronger battery, and then, yeah. So as Hasbro did not completely lie to us regarding this. Maybe about the running on the 6 alkaline batteries, but whatever. Okay, so I'm back with my final thoughts regarding the Ultra Strike. Now, as I said before, after the distance test, we actually were able to fulfill the promise that Hasbro made on the box using the 3.7 volt lithium ion battery trick. So, the accuracy is still lacking. It's not pinpoint accurate as they said in the original Ultra boxes. However, by the time that they released this, they just said the most accurate rounds that Hasbro had produced regarding the Nerf line. Now, in my opinion, that is kind of a lie because of the fact that you do have the actual AccuStrike Elite darts, and those are pretty accurate. So, is it a complete fabrication? I'm going to say yes. Is it something to be upset about? Not really, no, because the AccuStrike darts, the standard length darts for the Elite series, let's be honest here, they don't really go that far. They don't. I don't care what anyone says. When you put those up against one of the Dart Zone darts, the Dart Zone darts are more accurate and they actually go the distance, whereas the AccuStrike darts, you'll lose about 20 feet of distance compared to that. So you are sacrificing distance for accuracy, or I should say you're gaining accuracy and sacrificing distance. Now, regarding the rest of the blaster itself, this is actually a decent blaster. It is basically a retrofitted amp. It is made to be a more of an actual rifle length. The stock itself, it is pretty comfortable. Even though there's that bump stock there, you're not completely chicken winging it, and it is comfortable to hold in an adult shoulder. For a child, it might be a little bit too large. However, I don't see G-Rex having a problem with this one. He certainly has no problem with the Ultra Amp or the Ultra Focus. Now, we are going to be reviewing more of the Ultra Blasters later on this channel. I'm actually going to pull up my personal favorite form factor of the entire Ultra series, which is the Scream Machine. And we're going to do the 3.7 trick on that as well, so you can see the performance that you get on that. I'm not trying to change anyone's opinion here about Nerf Ultra, about it being subjectively bad. I just want everyone to realize that, hey, every blaster that comes out that is released by Hasbro has its flaws. And there are ways to work around that. You don't actually have to take apart the blaster and make it look really cool to make it a good blaster. You could just do a simple reversible battery switch. Instead of using those alkaline batteries, buy the lithium-ion rechargeables. They're only about $17 on Amazon. I know that I said $17.99 on Amazon, whatever. However, here's the difference. You are going to spend that money on standard batteries constantly. A pack of batteries, a 6-pack, is going to run you around $7, $8, sometimes even $9, depending on what brand you are buying, unless you're getting the cheap dollar store brand. So paying a little bit more to get rechargeable batteries that are going to help you perform a lot better, that's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned, because these batteries are going to last you quite a long time. The batteries that I've had here with this particular blaster, they're going on 7 months strong, and they are constantly being able to be recharged. So there you have it. I firmly stand behind these batteries. Now, what I will tell anybody is that there is a kind of a formula, and I'm not going to say it's science. However, you want to make sure that you don't put too many of those batteries inside the blaster. So, for example, if your blaster, be it a standard blaster, a standard elite, or an ultra blaster, or a rival blaster, whatever, if you are going to use those, if they have 4 battery spaces, you want to go ahead and at the most use 3 of the 3.7 volts. Safely, you'll be able to use 2 without having to worry at all. If you do 2 and then you do 1 standard battery and 1 dummy, you're fine. That's golden. If you're going to do 3 batteries, try not to use 1 standard battery because you might get an extra 5 feet per second on a chronograph, but then you start pushing it as to what the actual chips can actually handle in the blaster. And you can have what has happened to me before, where you just have it shut down on you. Now, that is not something that is completely irreversible. Take out the batteries, give the blaster some time to actually cool down and reset itself, and you can go ahead and reuse it. That happened to me with the double punch, for example. However, the Ultra blasters, they actually are able to take 4 batteries without a problem. I believe that the Ultra 1 is one where I've loaded 3 and 1, so who knows? I might actually do a review on the Ultra 1 later on, because a lot of people give it hate. I think it looks kind of cool, but performance-wise, obviously, not so much. I want to thank you all for watching Secondhand Blasters. This has been Normatico. Till next time, keep on blasting.